Beverly Hills Christmas sounded right up my street, and I really hoped it delivered. And I have to say, for the most part, it really did. It wasn't as swish and swanky as I expected, based on the fact that it's about a spoiled rich teenager. There are certain films that do that really well, and they really highlight that rich life. This one doesn't. She seems just more like an entitled, spoilt brat rather than exceptionally rich. So that didn't really come across, but I think the rest of the film was really, really good. It was released in 2015, directed by Brian Skiba, and stars Donna Spangler as Angelina and Ravin Spangler as Ravin. And I have to say, when an actor plays a character with their own name, I always find it very odd. But this film is otherwise quite enjoyable. To make a really long story short, Raven's mother dies in a car accident at the very beginning of the film, but we still have enough time to learn that Raven's mother, Angelina, is a bitch. She is horrible to everybody. She's very successful, obviously wealthy as a result, but is mean to everybody and is very entitled. And once she dies, her guardian angel tells her that she has to help her daughter get off of that path because her daughter is becoming like her mother, and she needs to teach her daughter to be kind to people and to respect other people and to be grateful for what she has rather than demanding more. And that is her mission. And the whole film is Angelina, in spirit, trying to persuade her daughter to change her ways and trying to get the message across. Unlike a lot of other films that do this, just as an example, I've watched two films in the past few weeks where somebody has died and they've been sent back to Earth to help somebody. In both of those occasions, they were on Earth as de facto humans. They could interact. Angelina can't. She can try and send messages to her daughter via her voice and hope her daughter listens, but she can't physically interact with her at all. And I enjoyed that. That is what I hoped for, and I think it worked really well. Angelina could have been a bit more distressed when she realised she'd died. I don't think that was a very well written moment. I think that scene when she kind of first realises that she'll never see her family again, there wasn't really much emotion written into the script. I think the acting across the board was perfectly fine. I have no issues with anybody's performance at all. But I feel like certain scenes could have been written more emotionally. There wasn't that much emotion in this. Even during the more pivotal moments when characters were about to have turning points, it wasn't that emotional. Also, I have to say, Mara Rydell, who plays Lucille, who is basically Raven's maid, I guess, nanny? I'm not sure what her job title was. Housekeeper? Either way, I think she gave a great performance as a supporting character, and she really seemed to stand out to me a lot, so I really liked her in this. The narrative progression is pretty good. We do get to see Raven acting spoilt and selfish, but she does do a few things that feel a little out of character, that seem like... I can understand what they were doing. I think they were trying to show that she does have good in her, and her mother just needs to help her bring it out more. But I feel like she could have been a brat for a bit longer, and I think it would have been more effective. But I have no issues with it. Not really. I did enjoy it. It's an average hour and a half, just under. It's not the most festive film. In fact, it's definitely not the most festive Christmas film ever. The Christmas element is basically non-existent, and I feel like it could have been done with a different title. However, I guess the angel aspect does make it quite spiritual, and a lot of people relate spiritual with Christmas, which is understandable. The film only has a 3 out of 10 on IMDb, which I think is a bit harsh, as I thought it was pretty good. It's not the best film in the world, but actually, I rather liked it. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought. If you're thinking about watching it, I'd say it's a pretty safe one to go with.